Taking an alternative approach to your traditional tea sandwiches, I have swapped the bread for roasted beets to make these beet and ricotta sandwiches. I have roasted beets, fresh chives and tarragon, fine sea salt, non-dairy ricotta, freshly ground black pepper, and balsamic vinegar. And I have 3 medium-sized beets here that I have roasted. Sometimes you can find them pre-roasted and peeled at your grocery store, but if you can't, in my recipe, I will show you the method that I use to roast these. I'm slicing them into about 1/4 inch thick slices widthwise because I like the visual of the rings that you get when you cut them widthwise. I just think it's prettier. And then I'm going to make my ricotta mixture. I have 1/2 cup of ricotta and 1 teaspoon of balsamic vinegar. I'm using a non-dairy ricotta, or you can use sheep's milk ricotta. And then I'm adding in 1/4 teaspoon of fine sea salt and a pinch of freshly ground black pepper and 3 chives that I am finely chopping before adding them in. I'm going to mix all of that together, and then I'm going to start assembling my beet sandwiches, and I'll show you how I do that. So I'm going to take 1 slice of beet and spoon about a tablespoon on top of it using my fingers and my little fork to make an even layer. And then I'm going to put 3 leaves of tarragon on top and another layer of beet. And I'm going to use a metal cookie cutter to cut out a cleaner shape. And what you'll see is that gives you a nice clean edge, which is really pretty to look at the layers of the beet and the ricotta. You can use any shape cookie cutter that you want, or you can even use a knife to cut out whatever shapes you want. As you can see, since mine's quite small, I'm getting 2 sandwiches out of some of these, but I still have some leftover beets and ricotta that aren't being used. So I tend to just eat that on my own as lunch or a snack. And then the leftover ricotta I use to make sure that I get as many sandwiches out of those beets as possible. I like to add a little fresh tarragon over the top of this. If you don't like the licorice flavor of tarragon, you can use fresh thyme, doing a little bit more salt and pepper. And then I'm going to do a drizzle of aged balsamic or balsamic glaze, whatever you have. And I just find that finishes it really nicely and makes it really beautiful to serve. I hope you'll enjoy.